Hi, Jen Gilchrist here. Happy to be back with another weekly Oracle card reading to give you insights and guidance to align you to your highest best actions and opportunities in the coming week ahead. This is for the week of January 8th through, I believe, 14th of January. Wow, here we are in 2024. Cards are already wanting to pop out. I'm working with the Starseed Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell. And actually, there's quite a few. So we're going to start right here and see what the week has in store. The Seven Star Sisters, Birthing Creations, Tapestry of Life, Expression. And it's funny, I saw expansion. I feel so much expansion coming ahead in this coming year for everybody. The opportunity of expansion, the opportunity of really manifesting and creating faster than we've ever experienced, especially in this lifetime, of course, right? For many, many, many generations. You know, this is, we're kind of on the cutting edge, or we are on the cutting edge of this collective expansion. And this is just about what are you birthing into creation? So we're all individual sparks of the divine. We all have the ability to create our life experience. And it feels like this is really encouraging you to continue to move forward on these bigger ideas. This feels kind of like big picture thinking, which also makes sense for the beginning of the year. Kind of taking a look at the different areas, your personal life, your spiritual path, and your spiritual growth, your relationships, your career or purpose work, if you feel called to be of service in the world, as I know many people following me do have that feeling and calling within them. And so this is about allowing yourself to start to take action on these ideas, start to creatively express yourself. This is creative expression, is bringing these ideas and inspiration into physical reality. It feels like there's a lot, especially starseed energy. I definitely see like the spirit guides in general, but definitely your starseed soul family. I feel that energy very, very prominent. Your connection with your soul plan, your soul blueprint, your bigger, higher truth of who you are. You're really being called into even deepened alignment with that bigger truth and vision that you have created for yourself before you even incarnated. I believe we really come in with the soul's plan, and that's really what this is speaking to here. It says the courageous peony, multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. And so this makes so much sense, especially for the starseed light worker, those of you that are kind of feeling into that awakening in your spiritual path right now. You might feel a little different. You might find that we tend to have common blocks and fears that we have to evolve and move through in order to really live and embody that higher truth and purpose. And often that takes courage to just own your uniqueness, own your how you're different, right? Instead of being ashamed of it or afraid to show others or watering yourself down to please others, right? We're really being called into this deepened true expression and to allow yourself to be seen. And the fact that it says multifaceted just really does remind me, and it says unique. So I know this is part of like coming out of the spiritual closet, being, seeing your uniqueness and your differences as special, as something that is going to be perfect for those people that you're here to serve in your own way. And in a lot of ways, this also helps release any fears or doubts or competition or, comparison that we might get into that could stop us from sharing our gifts in the world as well, because there is no such thing as competition, right? You are born with a purpose. There is people there waiting for you to step into that light for you to be able to serve. If you don't do it, they will find other ways and options, of course, because we all have free will of choice. But if you do, then there's already a built-in community waiting for it, right? So this is about you being you, as true to you as you can, right? And that does take courage for sure. And putting yourself out there with your truth in that way that not everybody's going to get, and that's okay, right? So that takes a level of cultivating our self-worth and really understanding that we are inherently worthy. We're not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay. Right. And the more that you do that, the people that you're here to serve that can value you and see you and appreciate your uniqueness or differences will show up. Right. And when we release that fear of judgment or the fear of people pleasing or whatever it might be for you individually. Messenger, Sirius energy, bringing harmony and balance. I love this. I definitely resonate with the Sirian energy as well. But this is the starseed energy. Right? I hadn't even looked at these cards, but I was definitely feeling like this is speaking to the starseeds a lot this week. And really that connection to your starseed roots. So whether or not you are sure about your own soul origin or believe that per se at this point in time or not, we all have spirit guides from many different many different, there's just another realm of spirit guide, but this feels very specific to, I would say, all starseed energy is what I was getting initially. And this is like a double hit for Syrian. And even if you don't resonate, maybe you resonate with Pleiadians, but looks like there could be a Syrian guide or information coming in for you. It's interesting when I really connect with the energy of the ocean at that highest 5D and above energy, the depth and the wisdom, when I've done different channelings and trips and workshops and things where I've dove deeper into this, it's like that reflection of that Syrian energy and information templates down into our ocean as well. And so that's interesting. So I'm definitely feeling like this connection to the ocean at that, and the earth at that higher 5D and above frequency and consciousness that's also mirrored above and below. So it might be just something specific for some of you. The cosmic heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. And so this really kind of brings back to the first one, birthing and expression, and make your life a moving prayer. So just realizing that what you think, what you feel, what you do, the actions you take or non-actions are also an action. Non-action is an action, right? And so just knowing that you want to be taking consistent action. It says the word devotion, which I do like. I like the word devotion over discipline. Maybe discipline can feel a little bit more like rules, but there's nothing wrong with discipline if it's positive. But I love the word, the devotion to the things that support and serve you, the devotion to your bigger vision, the devotion to yourself, the devotion to committing to what it is that you really are excited to bring out into the world. That, you know, so when you have that, you're living and breathing that expression throughout your day, throughout your life, and you'll start to notice things manifest much more quickly and easily, lots of new ideas. I didn't really speak too much to the word messenger on this card, but it's calling to me now as well. Archangel Gabriel's a wonderful archangel if you feel called to archangels as well as a messenger angel. But just really speaking even more to the crowd that most of you watching this are going to probably have something that you're meant to share in the world, but also speak, whether it's through video, through one-on-one. Oops, so sorry about that. Have a class I'm teaching in a moment, but this is about, you know, being the messenger. What is your unique gift? What is your message? So this also could speak to writing books, to channeling information, to sharing videos, to one-on-one work, in-person retreats. You know, it could speak to anything. There's any number of ways, but this is about your message more specifically through your words and through your voice, whether it's written or spoken, I feel like. So that might be also just a validation if you have that bigger vision, but it seems so distant, like, yeah, this is for you. You're hearing it. This is correct. Child of the cosmos. I love it, right? This is speaking to the starseeds again. And I am using the starseed deck, but not everything in here points to that, you know, of you being your unique self, basically. You're in this world, but not of it, right? The child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. And I just see, and this is a second to comment to the heart chakra. So this is really tuning into that true connection to your heart, which is the connection to the divine, which is the connection to the truth of who you are, the purpose that you came here to be, your inherent worth, so many things. But there's a couple of the cards that are really like lighting up that heart chakra, intuitive to me as well. And just trusting the process. So this actually also feels like channeling, right? Spending time in meditation and just begin to Q&A channel with your higher self, with your guides, with the universe, and bring those informations through. Earth School. I just said this too, right? You gotta love it, right? I look at them one at a time, but this says life lessons, soul growth, study, and higher learning. The first thing that popped through though was you're in this world, but not of it, right? So you're in Earth School. So sometimes it can feel a little different. It can feel a little frustrating. We might not even know why, but sometimes, you know, if we are starting to remember more about you know, our capabilities as a spark of divine, right? Then sometimes it feels like arduous, slow effort in Earth, right? Everything's in the 3D, takes a little bit longer to manifest, although it's quickening, which is what I felt like starting out with. This is such an expansion time, right? Things are quickening in terms of how quickly, but they do require time and action, physical action, a lot of times, right? Most of the time in some way. And so the life lesson, soul growth, study, higher learning. So this could be, you know, hey, you might be called to take a course, take something to further your confidence or your gifts, whether that is a skill set, like taking a modality or training that you're feeling called to, whether that's astrology or numerology, or I teach psychic intuitive gifts and reading and healing and things like that. So there's many different things that you might be called to. And or, taking some business courses if you need some support, like you already know what you're here to do, but you're meaning to serve on a larger level, but you're not sure how that looks. Like there's many different things for each person. And then the other thing I feel like this means is zoom out. Like if something is going on, or you're feeling disheartened, or you're feeling frustrated or stalled or stuck or defeated, right? Because sometimes things do take longer to manifest, especially if you're talking about your soul's purpose into a viable business and really making that income and impact that you were born for. That can take time, right? And that's a journey. It's the biggest journey of spiritual growth I've ever done, and continues, right? So let's kind of zoom out and look at something from a spiritual perspective. There's something there for you to learn. A big part of, what it takes is just clearing out our fears, clearing out our doubts, clearing out, those types of fears and doubts and blocks that we have around speaking our truth, being seen, being heard, trusting that what we know and what we have has value, and that's common for each person, and it does feel real. So that is actually the type of work I do. If you're not part of my YouTube, or if this is YouTube, if you're not part of my Facebook community, you might really enjoy it. I'll put it's a free Facebook group where it's called Soul Inspired Leaders Collective. There's over 30,000 people in the group, and growing quickly, that are all kind of in the genre of what I'm speaking to. People who have gone through spiritual awakening, empathic or highly sensitive, intuitive, healers, psychics, or just people who have gone through a spiritual awakening, learning how to kind of find their way in it, right? There's a very beautiful community there, and I do offer lots of free support within that group. In fact, coming up later in the month, I'm going to be offering a free 4-day series around your gifts and things like that as well. I think what I'll put as a free gift as well as the group over there is well, two things come to mind. The free gift I feel like is the Meet Your Spirit Guide. So, because that did come up. If you're not familiar with your spirit guide, I like to help people get connected with how to connect with their spirit team, or there's potentially a new galactic guide there for you. That came in very clear here. So you can use it for specific, if you want to meet a Sirian guide, or just a star, where your starseed galactic guide from any of the realms, right? Or archangel, or however you want to use it, right? So that could be a really powerful free gift. And then the other thing that comes to mind is last month I did a monthly workshop, and it's just $57. It's the Archangel Jophiel, stepping into your next level identity and expansion. It really has a lot about stepping into your highest timeline and your purpose, and a lot of really powerful energy clearing within that workshop series. Could easily be charged 2 or 3 times the amount, but I like to have something accessible that I share each month to support people that are in my community, have something that is, easily accessible, but still very powerful. So I'll put that information in the link below as well. All right. Have a great, wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.